To air about going to physical therapy school. If you are, this video is for you. So a lot has changed in physical therapy, right? It's a doctorate program now. It's over 100 and something in debt. And a lot of times when people are in high school or in college, like in undergrad, they don't even realize this. They're just, I want to be a physical therapist. They don't even look at the cost of it. It's just they're young, right? They don't think like an adult yet. They don't think of debt. They don't think of how much debt they're going to get into. They don't know how much they're going to be making. They're just passionate about something, right? And what do they tell us when we're young? Follow your passion. Follow something that you're passionate about. Go after something that you love. Go after something. Yeah, that's all true. But is it going to pay? That's the big question, right? And the thing I've realized working for clinics is that majority of them don't. And you have to have multiple different jobs just to make a good living. I'm a clinic owner now, and I don't want to do that to my personal employees. So I have physical therapy assistants making as much as physical therapists in California. It's just because I feel they deserve to get paid for the work that they do, not because this is a base salary for other physical therapists in the area, physical therapist assistants in the area. So if you see more patients, you get a bonus, right? In a legal sense of like not obviously what we're able to see, through our, laws and stuff like that. So same thing. I'm the only clinic physical therapist right now, but I am going to be expanding, opening up another clinic in Bakersfield soon. So when I'm looking at different things, I'm thinking about like, how am I going to compete against these bigger companies? And a lot of it's not really competing because at the end of the day, a lot of these bigger companies, they're very cheap. They're very greedy. A lot of them, grew up with wealth or never struggled really, went to college right after high school, had that good set life, right? That's far from where I come from, I was in a prison, I served 5 years in prison. I used to work in agriculture fields. I've worked in the oil fields. I'm a hard worker, by trade, I'm used to working with my hands and getting in trouble, I come from nothing, I built everything I have from the ground up, even my body, as you can see, I'm a burn survivor too. So due to my life experiences and everything I've been through and everything that, my mindset the way it was before, even being incarcerated, reading a lot of books, trying to educate myself, getting a GED in prison, and now having my doctorate degree. So that huge change, right? It's way different than your traditional business owner, than your traditional physical therapist. What other physical therapist that has went to prison, right, and served multiple years? I couldn't find any, because even when I was trying to get into this field, I'm like, is it even possible for me to get into a field like this with my criminal record, right? And I was always searching online, and I couldn't find anybody. Why? Because it's very rare. So that's why I really put myself out there. I really, I'm not scared to talk about my past no more. I used to, I used to tell people, I used to think people are gonna judge me. People are gonna judge me for my past. People are not gonna wanna work with me because of my past. And, now doing what I do, I've realized that I was wrong. And that's why I always tell people, now share your stories, share, your experiences. A lot of patients love coming to us because, I share my personal struggles. I give them my personal experiences as a patient, from a patient perspective, and now as a treating physician. So that's why, it's very important to kind of know what field you're getting into and also know the rewards. Yes, follow your passion, right? You want to do something you enjoy. I went off track a little bit, but yes, you want to do all these things, right? But you want to make sure that you're going to get paid good enough to be able to make a decent living. Because if you're at $150,000 in debt and you're only making $80,000 a year, you're going to be very miserable. It don't matter how much you enjoy what you do, you're going to be struggling to pay your bills, and stress at home translates to stress with family, with your marriage, with your kids, having to work multiple different jobs just to make a decent living. So those are the things you really want to consider. So make sure to think about that before you get into a field.